Any questions? We good to go? Good to go? Yeah. 18, you got it. Number 18, we have 2 plus 1 over x over 3 minus 5 over 2x. And I know it asks for the least common LCMs, least common multiples. What I would do is, let's take care of this first. So that's going to give me, I'm going to multiply this by x over x. So I'd get 2x plus 1 on top over x. And on bottom, my denominator is going to be 2x. So I'm going to multiply, make this 6 over 2x, 6x over 2x. So then I get 6x minus 5 right there. Multiply by the reciprocal, 2x plus 1 over x times 2x over 6x minus 5. This is factored, this is factored. The x's will cancel, so I can get an answer of 2 parentheses 2x plus 1 over 6x minus 5. Does that work? Cool. Anything else you'd like to see? Oh, Emily, do you want nap time? You want me to dim the lights? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 2, 3. 23. 2 over x squared plus 5. Oops. 1 over 5x all over 3 over x minus 1 minus 5 over x squared minus 1. So let's take care of this first. My common denominator is going to be 5x squared. So I'm going to multiply this one by 5 and 5, so that gives me a 10 up there. Multiply this by x and x, so that gives me 10 plus x. So I'm going to rewrite that as x plus 10. That's factored over 5x squared. And we'll take care of the bottom now. Recognize that's the difference of 2 squares, so that's x plus 1, x minus 1. So that's what my common denominator is going to be. Okay. All right, so I'm going to multiply this by x plus 1, x plus 1. Distribute that, so that's going to give me 3x plus 3 minus 5 over that. So this is going to clean up to be 3x minus 2 over x plus 1, x minus 1. And then we're going to multiply by the reciprocal of the bottom fraction, so I get x plus 10 on top over 5x squared times x plus 1, x minus 1. And then the 3x minus 2 won't factor, so I'd put it in parentheses. And again, if you have the parentheses, great. If you don't, I'm not crying myself to sleep. Does that make sense? Anything else, friends? So you get your packet of notes out, and so we can go through it. We're looking at doing 11D, solving rational equations. So 11D should be your notes. Everyone good? Anyone need them? You need them? Oh, okay, welcome back. Anyone else need it? I got one. Pretty sure I got it. So that would have been Monday and Tuesday is the C, and then today will be on D. Yeah. All right. Let's walk through these, see how we do. So get past our 2 homework problems. All right. We're not going to worry about that. So skip the 1.5. And finding cross products. Okay. Wow, I got to skip a bunch of these. All right. So if we have 2 fractions equal to each other, my friends, we have 2 fractions equal to each other, we can do the fancy-dancy cross multiplication. So I'll get 2x minus 1 equals 1 times x squared minus x. And then let's do the, get rid of the parentheses. So I'll get that. And let's bring everything over to the right side so we have a positive x squared. So I'm going to subtract 2x, add 2. And so I'm going to get 0 equals x squared minus 3x plus 2. And because we have factored in the past, minus 2 and a minus 1. So x equals positive 2, x equals positive 1. Which one of those won't work? Yeah, this one will not work. The reason it doesn't work, this one doesn't work, is because if I plug 1 in here, I'd get a divide by 0. So we have a single answer of 2. If we had graphed those, if you had y equals the left side and y equals the right side, you would see it only crossed at one spot at 1 comma something. You're only worried about the x value. That okay? Yeah, cross multiplication is nice. You can only do cross multiplication if it's a fraction equals a fraction. If it's a fraction with something else added or subtracted to it, you can't do the cross multiplication. Okay? Questions on that one? May we move on? And it looks like we go from example 1 to example 4. Sweet, I like when we skip. So 2 fractions equal to each other? Agree? Cross multiply? So we get that. And then let's go ahead and do the math. Uh-oh, we have x to the third. So technically, how many answers could we have? 3. Highest exponent is 3. Fundamental theorem algebra says highest exponent could lead to how many solutions you could have. All right, so I'm going to add x to the third. Nothing to add to over there. I'm going to subtract 4x squared. So I'm going to get x to the third minus 2x squared minus 8x is equal to 0. I can factor an x out. To get that. So this, because it's all by itself, means one of my solutions is going to be x equals 0. If I plug 0 back into the original, I would not be dividing by 0, so it's fine. Even though my numerators turn into 0, that's fine. So we wind up getting 0, 0. So that's the first answer. After that, I could factor this to x minus 4 and x plus 2. So those both equal to 0. So x equals 4, x equals negative 2. And my friends, I think this one won't work because if I plug it into the original, I'll wind up with 4 minus 4 or 4 minus 4. That's a big no-no. The negative 2 looks like it'll work because if I plug it in, it does not make my denominator 0. So even though we thought originally we had 3 solutions, we only have these 2 solutions. A-okay? Did I skip to like number 15 now? Or does it go to 5? Oh, it goes back to 2. You kidding me? I'm just backwards these days. 2 fractions equal to each other, cross multiply. So we're going to do the F word in math. Yep, 4-letter F word, FOIL. Sorry about that. So I get that. FOIL the first, so that's going to give me 2x to the second power. 8x minus 3x is plus 5x minus 12 equals, distribute here, 3x squared plus 9x. Let's bring everything. If I bring the 3x squared over, I'll have a negative x, which is fine. We just have to multiply by a negative, or I could bring all this over. I'm going to bring all this over. That way we don't have to deal with the negative x going, huh? So all these all cancel, so I get 0 is equal to x squared plus 4x plus 12. Did I do that right? I think so. Friends, I don't think that factors. Uh-oh. Well, we know that x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Remember that equation? The one that we all make errors on? Some of you have it programmed in your calculator. Good for you. If you ever want a fun basic programming, look up the program to put into your calculator for the quadratic formula for your particular calculator, and I'll go through the code. If you need help with it, come let me know. It's very simple to do as long as you know where to find certain locations. So I get x equals negative 4 plus or minus 16 minus 48 over 2. If you were in Algebra 1, you could stop there because you could say no real solution. Yeah. What did I do? That's what I thought it was going to be at first, and I'm like, as I'm working, I'm going, this is going to be nice to factor. Nope. Yeah, unless I made a mistake, which is very, very possible. I don't know if I did, though. I'm trying to find my error. But, all right, we'll just stick with the quadratic formula, and one of you come to me tomorrow saying, Mr. Stirp, you were wrong. You're right. I get this. Hey, friends, what kind of solution do we get? Do we get imaginary? For those of you good at breaking these down, that's 16 times 2. So that's going to give me plus or minus 4i root 2 over 2. Reduce everything outside. And friends, you are pretty safe if you get imaginary solutions, that would be the solution. If you had graphed this on Desmos, you would not see your graphs crossing each other unless you told Desmos to turn the y-axis into the imaginary numbers, which you could do, but we're not that cool yet. But y'all will be there. Some of you will be math folks. Some of you are like, I ain't doing nothing with math. I had a teacher this year, Stirrup. It was horrible. Cross multiply. Bring that 28 over. I think 4 and 7 work. Do you agree? Positive 7, negative 4. Does that factor right? Those are equal to 0, so x equals 7. That will work on our answer. X equals 4. That also works on our answer if we plug them in. Cool. Oh, wait. That's a negative 7, sorry. Dumb Stirrup. Can't take you anywhere. You okay, Emily? Yeah. Okay. Did I say something that upset you again? No. Okay. It's possible. It's like I said Heidi in the hall and you didn't say hi back. Oh, sorry. I had a student that came up to me. Hey, Mr. Stirrup, do you remember me? I don't. You had me my freshman year, and now I'm a senior. I don't remember them. I mean, she said her name. I'm like, yeah, but I could not place her. I felt kind of bad. It's okay. That old person home's waiting for stirrup. Guys, do I need to cross multiply this? Anyone need to see this one done? You all okay that if one of the answers comes out to be 2, you don't use it? Good in the hood? All right. We can no longer cross multiply. We don't have a fraction equal a fraction. We have a fraction plus something and something plus a fraction. So here we have to go clear our denominator. So if I multiply everything by 3x, and I'm not multiplying by 3x over 3x, I'm multiplying everything just by 3x. If I do that, these cancel here. This x cancels here. So I get 9 plus 36x equals 6x plus 4. Only thing I'm worried about is x equals 0, but I don't know if it's going to happen. So I'm going to get 30x over here by subtracting 6 minus 5. X equals negative 5 over 30. Reduce the fraction because we learned how to do that a long time ago. X equals 1/6. Perfect. Does everyone understand why I can't cross multiply on that one? How many more do I got? 4 pages or 4 problems? It's got to be the COVID. Or the sunflower seeds that I ate that are still stuck in my teeth that are trying to now head on down. Okay, fraction equals a fraction. The only thing I would recognize here is do that. So your next step is going to be this. I'm pretty sure you can do the rest of it from there. Agree? Does anyone need to see that worked out? Nothing on the social media that says I need to. He says I'm using my phone. All right. All right, before I cross multiply, I think you should factor. So I'm going to factor this top one to x plus 1, x. Take it back. That doesn't work. I'm going to cross multiply this, but I'm going to leave this x minus 1 like this. And then x squared plus 2x plus 2 equals 2x plus 3 and x minus 1. Agree? Okay, my algebra friends. What would happen, because I cross multiplied them, will this cancel with this? What do you think? Seems good? You good with that? Which then means I'll have x squared plus 2x plus 2 equals 2x plus 3. Subtract 2x from both sides, so I get 0. Subtract 2 from both sides, so I get 1. Root x equals plus or minus 1, which is the same thing as x equals 1 and x equals negative 1. Which one of those does not work? Positive 1 doesn't work because if I plug it in, it gives me a division by 0. So there's our answer. Again, that's called an extraneous solution. It's a solution that you get that doesn't work. 3 problems left or 2? Last page? Yeah. Total? Oh, yay. Okay. Ready for Eddies, Betties, and Eddies? Okay. Complex fraction. There is no equal sign, so we're not solving it. So I'm going to take the top. I'm going to make this x minus 1 on bottom. And this is again x minus 1 here. So on top, I'm going to get this, which gives me negative 3x plus 9. Okay, I know I can write better than this, and I apologize. Okay, that will factor, we'll deal with that in a moment. And this is over x minus 1. I'm going to put that in parentheses because it is already factored. Over 3x. Okay, so I said this would factor. So I'm going to factor a negative 3 out, and I'll have x minus 3 over x minus 1. Notice it's an x minus 3 because I factored negative out. Times x over 3. So this 3 and this 3 cancel. I keep the negative. And there's my complex fraction. And again, I think it's a good tool to keep factored binomials and parentheses. It's not, doesn't make it more correct. It just kind of shows that, hey, we're there. Some people might ask, could I have negative x squared plus 3x on top? Yes. Okay, you can distribute it out, but it's better to keep them in factored form. Last problem of the day. And then we're going to go over to Dairy Queen and get some ice cream, okay? Hope they're open. If there's a line of freshmen, we get a cut in front. All right. We're not solving it, agreed? No equal sign. So we're not trying to figure out what x is equal to. So my denominator on top is going to be this. So I'm going to multiply this one by 2x plus 1. Multiply this by x. So I get 2x plus 1 plus 1x, which is 3x plus 1, which is factored, over x and 2x plus 1. Bottom's already put together for us. 2x plus 1 on bottom. I'll put that in parentheses because that's factored. Now we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. Times 2x plus 1 over 4x. Put that in parentheses as well. All right, let's see. That cancels that, which leaves me 3x plus 1 over 4x squared. And I'm done, right? Oh, wait, the average. Now we're going to skip that. All right, is that all the notes? All right. Lots of homework tonight, sound good? Hey, we got Ohm's law. Has to do with electricity. Talks about parallel circuits. Okay. Wow. There's a front back front of homework. You guys want all of that? Sure, sounds great. We love you, man. All right, let's do this. We're going to do 11D. You're going to have to remind me tomorrow what I gave you. Why don't you do number 1, number 5, Eight looks choice. I like 14, and I like 20. Deal? Now you're going to have to remind me what I assigned you. Yeah.
No, I can print one out.
You want to take a picture of it?
Oh, yeah.
My thumb is on the first page. Thumb's on the first page.
Thank you.
Yeah, that worked? Is that in the picture?
Your shoulder works.
I'm so photogenic with a mug like this. I'm just kidding. See?